I came home Thursday evening, just like I always did. My shoulder ached from my work tote, my head still full of spreadsheets, tax codes, and the taste of that terrible cafeteria coffee I hadn't even finished. Our front porch light was already on, which was strange. Simon never remembered to turn it on. Not unless I nagged him about it for a week. Something in my gut tightened. When I opened the door, the first thing I noticed was the silence. No clatter of paws across the hardwood. No excited barking. Just voices. Low, muffled, calm, and the faint clink of teacups. In the living room sat Giselle, my mother-in-law, looking entirely too comfortable on my couch. She wore her usual cardigan like it was armor, legs tucked neatly to the side, holding one of my favorite mugs as if it belonged to her. Next to her stood Simon, arms crossed, eyes avoiding mine. "Ruby," Giselle said smoothly. "Simon's taken care of everything. The house is mine now." I blinked. "I'm sorry." "What?" Simon finally spoke. "We made a decision. You wouldn't let Mom move in. You fought it for years, so I made it happen." Giselle smiled, the kind of smile that came with sugar and poison. "He handled the paperwork. There's really no reason for you to be here anymore." I stared at her, then at him. He didn't deny it. "You can't just tell someone a house is theirs, Simon." "That's not how it works," he shrugged. "You've always acted like this house was yours alone. Now it's not. Fair's fair." I steadied my breath. "I've paid the mortgage, every single month, for 17 years. $2,300. Never missed once," Simon snapped. "I paid for everything else. Utilities, food, lawn care." I laughed, one short, dry sound. "You paid for lawn care once when your mom shamed you about the weeds, and you grocery shopped 3 times last year. 3, because I was working overtime during tax season." "That's not the point," he said. "You made Mom feel unwelcome. This house was always supposed to be shared with her." "You decided that," I said. "I never agreed." "She's family," he shot back. "So am I," I said quietly. At least, I thought I was. Giselle set her mug down. "Look, Ruby, let's not turn this into a big thing. Just start packing. You're independent, right?" I looked at her, really looked at her. "You're that confident?" "Simon promised me I'd be taken care of," she said. "You should be grateful we didn't just change the locks." I looked around, at the couch I'd found on clearance, the rug my mother helped me carry in, the table I'd assembled while Simon watched TV. My throat tightened, not from sadness, but from rage. "This house has always been mine," I said. Simon rolled his eyes. "You think just because you paid the mortgage it gives you power?" "Yes," I said flatly. "That's literally how it works." He stepped closer. "You refused to compromise. You acted like everything was yours, your job, your space, your money, because I was the only one contributing anything consistently." He yelled, "I gave you my life." "No," I said. "You gave me your laundry." That night, I packed a small suitcase, clothes, laptop, charger. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. When I walked downstairs, Giselle was already rearranging my living room. "You're really leaving?" Simon asked softly. "You sure you want me to?" He looked away. "You're the one leaving." "No," I said. "You kicked me out." That night, I checked into a modest hotel downtown. Small bed, water-stained ceiling, peaceful. I ordered takeout, pulled out a folder from my tote, one I'd kept for years. Inside, every mortgage statement, every closing document, every tax record, all with one name on them, mine. I'd seen this coming. Simon's resentment, Giselle's slow invasion. So, I planned ahead. I pulled out my phone and hit record. "Hey, Brad. It's Ruby. I need your help. It's about the house." By the next morning, I was sitting in Brad's office, an old high school friend, now a real estate broker. I spread out the papers across his desk. Simon's telling people he transferred the house to his mother. Brad raised an eyebrow. Is she on the deed? No, never was. He refused to co-sign the mortgage, said debt gave him panic attacks. Brad leaned back, smirking. You want the sale to be the message? Exactly. 2 weeks later, the house sold. Legally, cleanly, entirely under my name. Simon and Giselle found out when the agent showed up at the door with the paperwork. They called, screamed, threatened, then begged. I ignored them all. When I finally visited one last time, I left copies of the sale documents on the table, highlighted in yellow. You kicked me out of my own house, I told them. Now I'm returning the favor. 2 weeks after that, I moved into a small condo near the marina. Quiet, bright, peaceful. No one criticized how I cooked. No one rearranged the couch. No one demanded gratitude for doing the bare minimum. For the first time in 17 years, I didn't have to defend my space. Months later, Simon texted me. I'm sorry. I should have listened. I didn't realize how much you carried, I replied once. You didn't realize because you never tried. And then I deleted the thread, not out of anger, but peace. Now I drink my morning coffee in silence. Sometimes I think about the house, the way it used to feel like a cage. But then I remember the final line I said before I left. Don't worry. I'm only taking what's mine.